name is Tom, welcome back to my channel where we look at news, reviews and rides going on in the PV community. On this episode we're going to be having a look at the ExWay Flex, so let's check it out. Right, so let's get ourselves started. Now, I can't say how excited I am for looking at this board. Now, I know on this channel we've looked at really really high-end, expensive boards, like the top of the range out there. But one thing we're lacking on this channel is like the introductory user in mind. So if you're kind of new into e-skate or personal electric transport, what options are there? So I reached out to a few companies and I've spoken to ExWay boards, and they have sent over this board, which is the ExWay Flex, with the riot pack for the channel for us to review and get our first impressions of. So for some of you guys who do not know who ExWay are a company that specialise in basically the introductory level of electric skateboards in the community. They've had some really outstanding products throughout the years, and they've just been known to be a very reliable source for someone getting introduced to e-skate for the first time. They've got models like the Wave, the X1 Pro, we're looking at the ExWay Flex A, and of course we've looked on the channel before the ExWay Atlas, which comes in a 2-wheel or 4-wheel drive motion variety really. Now I am really excited to try this out. Now they did send this for me for free for review. There was no discrepancies, as always with this channel. It's always an unbiased review on all these products. But for one thing I want to say is that the things I've seen already, which we'll talk about in this video, I am really excited with all the features, the app support, and some of the smart features that we don't have on all the range of boards out there. But any further ado, let's get ourselves started and we will unbox this bad boy. Okay, right, so let's get ourselves started by getting into this. So first of all, really nice packaging. First initial thoughts, I am impressed. Now let's look at some of the bits in the box, and then we'll get ourselves started and look deeper in it inside the box, see what we've got. Now just before we say anything though, I want to say the packaging is fantastic so far. That's one thing I really like about the user experience. It's not just the board, it's the moment you open the box itself, and so far very much impressed. So let's look at some of the things we get in the box, really nice and simple. So I'm going to start over here and work our way all the way across from what we've got. So first of all, we've got ourselves our little pamphlet. Now one thing I want to say is ExWay's statement, Born for Freedom. It does make sense, because I don't know about you, if you guys already ride or you get into sport for the first time, that's the sense of freedom you have on these boards. So let's see what we've got here. So this seems to be the manual, warranty card, the manual for the hubs, and the manual for the swappable drive system, and also a quick start guide. Also got a skate tool, which you're never going to lose. I think this is a nice standardisation you have with e-boards nowadays. It's always nice to have these. For me, I tend to lose this part quite often, and the Allen key, but the actual skate tool itself, nice branding, nothing too jazzy, but having a nice bright orange colour, you're going to find that nice and quickly when it's in your bag, so that's a nice feature as well. Have a look at this. This seems to be the ExWay brochure. Now that's quite nice. So it's got very, very nice, colourful, very nice book actually. It's also got like a nice matte finish to it. It's really nice. So far the unboxing experience has been really, really nice. Just got a brochure with all their products, got some really nice images, some of the specs on the board so you can have a look, breakdown, which is nice because it's all in one place. We're going to use that today actually to go through the specifications. So I'm actually going to come back and use this for referencing as we go. So that's a really nice touch. You've got the ExWay remote, but we'll look at that in more detail in a second. We'll just get through all the accessories and all the material inside. The charger. Now the charger is a 1.5 amp charger. Oh, you've got a wristband. Oh, that's nice. I like that. Nice little accessory. That's cool. I like that. That's a nice little touch. Anything else in there? No. Got the wristband side. 1.5 amp charger. Fine for battery maintenance and travel options. However, for speed on charge, not the best. Be interested to see if there's a quick charger for the board as well. If there is, I'll put a link here below for that. 1.5 amp is okay. One thing I said before is you do want a quick charge, but battery longevity is a priority as well. But with the battery specs on this, it's not the hugest battery in relation to a long range board, so you don't need very top end fast charging. So nice travel option. So that's something you could easily have in your bag, and it weighs literally nothing. So having it on you is a really, really nice small charger to have on you. So let's get this board out. Okay, so, and here it is. The first thing I noticed actually is the severe concave on this deck. Like there's like literally like wings on this deck. It's really nice and curvature. So it's not just a complete flat board. So that will be really nice for your foot placement. Another thing I can notice straight away is that the grip tape has like a small sponginess to it. So obviously when you're going down, especially on a dedicated street board, it gives you a nice spongy feel. The grip tape is very nice. So let's just turn this over quickly and look at the underbelly of it. First thing I can say, it is a really clean, very clean looking board. Now with the graphics, it's very simplistic. Now I don't like massive, gigantic logos all over my board. I know I've got some on my other boards, but for this, it's almost like a really nice stealthy kind of sleek look. Obviously you've got a massive gap here with the battery over in this side with the charging port, and then the ESC over here, which is the electronic speed controller. But what that will do will give you a nice good flex in the deck, so you get that all the qualities of the board in one go. Power switch is nice and luminous, so it also tells you a percentage, which is great. I don't understand why more boards don't have this, where you can actually read the battery percentage of the board itself. That's a really nice touch. The charging port is nice and covered. There's a little bit of plastic here. I'm just take that off and see what that says. That is, let's read this quickly. Waterproof cover for charging port. Please cover after to ensure waterproof performance. So that's a waterproof cover. That's quite nice. Let's look at the motors. So this must be a Hobby Wing ESC. Now I've never experienced a Hobby Wing ESC, so it'll be interesting to see how that feels underfoot. We've got the motors, which are 160 kV and 4230. Now they're not the largest motor, but this is the thing, with a board like this, there's no such thing as a single perfect board. This board is perfect for something like cruising or commuting because of the weight of it. Now it's a really nice weight where it's not going to be a pain at all. We've had boards before which is like 20, 30 kilos with everything on it, and it's a really heavy board. Another thing I like to say as well, the trucks on this board are called Trist trucks, I believe, and they are single kingpin. Now, I've never ridden single kingpin boards before in a street version. I've always had double kingpins on other boards before. But another thing as well with these trucks, they are forged and CNC, so that means they're really nice, strong trucks. The wheels, I am so impressed. So first thing I picked them up, I gave them like a small like little squidge, but they are really nice and like gummy and soft, if that makes sense. So I can read these here now. So these are 76A 85mm, which is really nice. The resistance belt section is really nice. But overall, the build quality, from what I can initially see, it's really, really clean, and I'm really impressed with it. So we're saying about the price of this board. This entire board is $600 currently now on sale. Now, I don't know if my discount code works on that as well, but I'll find out, but that'll be on that on top. So this could be $600 or less for a complete commuter board. And for someone who's going to sport for a very, very first time, I can't think of a board for that price point that gives you so much as this board does. Now we're just going to look at the specifications, and I'm going to refer back to the guide from ExWay to have a reference and give you the accurate specs of this board. This is a really, really nice manual. So we're going to go through this now. So top speed, I'm going to put the conversions below as well. So top speeds of this board, advised, we'll have to test this as well, is 40 kilometers an hour. Range is 25 to 27 kilometers an hour. Hill climbing is approximately 30%. The battery is 216 watt hours. The weight, and this is a really big key feature, is 7.7 kilograms. And that is a really, really nice and comfortable board to live with, and that's the difference. You also got our dual motor, which is, I'm looking at specs here. Yep, so we've got the 655 watt hour or the 680 watt hour, depending if you get the belt drive or the hub motor version. I'm going to say this, guys. Oh yeah, so we do have a standard charger. So the one we've received with the box is 4.8 hours charge. Now that is quite long for a e-skate. If you're going for a group ride, then you're going to need a fast charger, which they do sell. But with the fast charger, 1.6 hours quick charge, and that is a really nice number, and that's the numbers we want. For me, when I ride, I want a full charge in less between 2 to 3 hours. So 4.8 hours is quite a long time on a standard charger, but you need to ask yourself, where are you going to use this? So for example, if you're taking this to work and you're having this as your commuter board, that's perfectly fine for a 4.8 hour charge cycle, because you take your really light charger with you, you plug in while you're at work, you do your shift, and then you come home and then you're ready to go. But if you're going to do something like group rides or events where you're going to need faster charging, a quick charge will be advised. And then obviously we've got the Trist trucks as well. So we're going to look at the remote now, because we haven't looked at the remote yet, and we'll turn this very impressive board, I might add, that I've been very impressed with so far on. Right, so let's spin this up and see what it sounds like. Right, so that's mode 1, let's get out of that straight away. Oh no, it's not modes, they're called gears. So gear 1, gear 2, safety mode limited. Now this is one thing I've heard. Now when you get your board, which is a bit of a give and take situation, it is limited speed modes until you get the experience on your board. So as you get a further distance, then it will unlock full power, which makes sense to an element, but for someone like me who's experienced in riding, it is a little frustrating that you're locked and you're not given that option. So I wish they take that option away. So this is mode 2. So quite nice sound, I'm into that, I like that. Yeah, I like that. Very nice. Now, some people are saying that's quite a loud board, but for me, with gear drives, I like a loud board. Right, let's flip this thing back over, turn it off. And have a little final thoughts from here. Now, there is some app support for the board as well, where you can configure the board even more detail. So I just want to say a couple of things I'm really impressed with so far. Build quality from what we've seen so far at the box is really nice. The out-the-box experience is fantastic, and I think this is one thing I wish more and more companies do. We've had it on other companies before, the unboxing experience is quite nice, but the moment you purchase the board to the moment you receive it and you unbox it and you look at it for the first time, remember, for some of you guys, this might be your very, very first board, but the unboxing experience on this board has been absolutely fantastic. So I'm just really impressed to see how this looks. So what I might do is I'm going to go out, I really need to get this thing out of safety mode as quickly as possible. I might even just cheekily flip it over and just kind of hold the throttle down until we come out of safety mode. But yeah, it'd be nice to see what that's like once that's gone out of full safety mode. But this board so far has been absolutely fantastic. I just want to say a big shout out to ExWay for sending this out for review. I want to say I'm very, very impressed with what I've seen so far, and it'll be interesting to see how this thing cars. We might get a bit of longboard dancing out of it. It's been a while for the channel, and basically we'll just have some fun with it really, and we'll just see how this thing performs over time. But so tune in for next week's video where we're going to be taking out for a ride and see how it feels under the foot. Basically my first initial thoughts. But if you've enjoyed this video, drop a like below. Comment, is there any other things you would do with this board to modify it to make it a bit more interesting? Like any light fittings or grip tape changes or wheel changes you advise. If you do have those, please put them in the comments below, because I'm going into ExWay with wide open eyes trying this out for the very first time. So drop a comment below if there's got anything that you would advise with having my first ever ExWay Flex. But I want to say thank you so much for watching. Subscribe for more content, comes out on a weekly basis, and I'll see you on the next one. Peace.